Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rocha Kwadash, and double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, this year is Amma 1 from the Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad, coming back to another, do another lesson through the Holy Spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. Alright. Basically this video shows that the so-called white man is the devil, and they primarily set up against you Israelites to make all you look bad or get all you in trouble. Alright, now I just pick up this video. I look it up on the YouTube nowadays, but I was watching it like some days ago. This movie called Four Brothers. Alright, which is I like, is a movie I like, you know. I ain't gonna lie, it was interesting. I fed up, I watched it many times, even before I come to the truth, because it was a bad show, good show. And I know it's only recently that I watching Peace Out again by my mother there, and I watching it, and I no really pick up on this part here. So I go and play it. Alright, this is Terrence Howard, which is a police in the show. He found out one of he police partners dirty. He's a dirty cop, and he come to basically disarm him and strip him of his badge. So let me play it, and I go show you something in it.
So what? So why didn't you tell me that you would talk to Evelyn Mercer a week before she got killed? I mean, don't you think that that's relevant to a murder investigation?
I didn't tell you, because it wasn't relevant at all.
Really?
I talked to the old lady for all of about 5 minutes. She came in with her usual meddling, kids tagging up her block, that kind of shit.
You know, I figured it was something like that. But you still should have said something to me, man.
Sorry.
Did she file a police report?
No. I sent it over to the Parks Department. They cleaned that shit up.
5 minutes, huh?
Yeah. Couldn't have been much more than that. You want to take a shot? You're going to need some practice.
I'd love to. It's been a long time since I played a game like this one.
Is that so?
Yeah. Partner, I think your stick is crooked.
I think it's alright.
And the weight is off.
Worked pretty good for me.
You sure? Give me a badge. See, I hate dirty cops.
Green, wait.
Hey, wait. There's something I forgot.
What? What the fuck you want to say to me?
Forgot to install those surveillance cameras at the station.
Motherfucker.
Officer down! Green's been shot! In the alleyway! Behind John R. 7 Mile! Suspects! And 2 young black males heading east on foot! Request backup immediately!
Heard what the devil say? Suspect. 2 young black males heading east on foot. Now, this is a movie, but best believe either might be doing Jake this right through and setting Jake up for the kill, bro. Best believe that, bro. It was reported recently that a lot of Edomites going in robberies and putting on faces of Negro, so-called Negro men, boy. And making Negroes, so-called Negro men, innocent Negro men go to jail and all kind of thing, boy. You understand what I'm saying? Best believe the so-called white man doing that shit, brother. This is a movie, but it's real thing at the same time. Why he didn't say 2 young white males? So now, okay, let me put this in a real scenario. Wouldn't the police, is a policeman who dead? Would not the police really go and look for 2 young black males and them go and make jail innocently for a fucking white man crime? You see, that's why I can't trust the so-called white man. Because he does put things in the movies what he does actually do. The so-called white man does do this shit, bro. He does do this shit, bro. It's not no joke. Alright? He does do it. That is something he does do. That is something Esau does do. Esau, the devil the Bible speaks of. Nobody knows supposed to trust him. You're not supposed to trust the so-called white man. Point blank period. Alright? Point blank period. You don't trust the so-called white man. That is the devil. Okay? So now I go ahead and get some scriptures here now on him. Because that is how he does deal. That is how the wicked of the earth does live. Alright? You don't trust him. Psalm chapter 10 and verse 1. Now you read from 1. Psalm chapter 10 verse 7. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Alright? Cursing and deceit and fraud. Okay? That is why you so-called white people are going down. Alright? You all are going down because I will look up what the meaning of the word fraud is. Alright? The meaning of the word fraud come from the Hebrew word tak, I believe. Excuse my Assyrian, it ain't so good. Injury, oppression, oppressor, fraud, deceit, deceitful. Alright? Because, hey, don't doubt it. So-called white people just be doing these things to Jake. And because of the 13th Amendment, which I was watching 13 the other night, this is a very good documentary. Some brothers who are able to watch it, they should watch it. Alright? With Ronald Reagan and the president before him, Nixon. They started the war on drugs. Nixon started it, but what I say, Reagan is the man who completely bring it to full. Alright? And prison systems, because the 13th Amendment is not, in the States, is not the abolishment of slavery. It's still slaves. It's just that you will be considered a slave if you do a crime. It's illegal to put you in slavery. Alright? So that is what it was, and they started to find a war on drugs. The war on drugs. So if you're using coke, well, around Reagan time, is Reagan time or Bush? Well, one of them time, but Reagan was the man who really pushed that war on drugs. But they do so, and whereas Jake, if they get found with crack, they make in jail for a very long period of time, right? Just a crack smoke, a little weed smoke, jail. years of prison. Because why? The so-called white man is a deceitful and a fraudulent bastard. Now, fentanyl and opioids in the States is one of the biggest drug issues known to the United States in the history of the United States. And now they're looking, but the face of that is so-called white people, and now they're looking to try and rehabilitate so-called white people, try and give them some kind of rehabilitation and help them. Whereas in the 80s and in the early 70s, the war on drugs, if they find Jake with anything, prison. Alright? So one of them come up with 3 strikes and out. I think that was Clinton. Hey, it's just prison. It's just prison. You're going to fucking jail. Alright? And that's how these so-called white people let's deal. But best believe these people, they about oppressing Jake. That is why the scripture says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Look like that clipping one now showed it from the movie Four Brothers. The dirty cop, his name was Fowler. He basically set up a Jake. He set up 2 young Jakes to go to prison. So if it's a real thing, the cops really going and look for 2 young Jakes who innocent, or they may not be innocent. Let me say the name Colin. Let me say that there was dealing up with guns or whatever. But at that point in time, for that specific crime, the innocent. There might be no lawful, law-abiding Jakes, but for that specific crime, there was innocent. Them going to make a fucking jail because the so-called white man, the devil, committed the crime. And that is what's going on in America from ever since. Alright? Jake had to pay for the crimes of the so-called white man. Because if you put a movie in a real life scenario, and it does happen in a real life scenario, it does, these fucking dirty ass cops, these cops just be setting up Jake left, right and center. It have times innocent Jake get put in jail for no reason. Let me say the cops pull you over, you have no narcotics on you. They could if they're searching your car, throw a piece of weed in your car, or a piece of powder, coke in your car, or a piece of crack, and say, hey, we find this in your car, ting, and lock you up innocently, right? That is how the so-called white man does deal, right? And I watched that movie and I say, see that is how Esau is. Why the fuck he didn't say 2 young white males, or a white and a Puerto Rican, or a so-called white male and a so-called Japanese male shoot the policeman on the head and on foot? He specifically points out 2 young black males. So this is a movie, but if you put it in real life, police do that, innocent young Jake's going to make prison, and that is how Esau set up his system. Because Jake is the easiest ones to get targeted. Them is the ones who are to get targeted, because them is the criminals, them is the bad guys, them is the devils, them is the wicked ones, them is the evil, sinful ones in the world. Them is the criminals, them is the rapists. Alright, them is the devils that the Bible speaks of according to Esau. But no, you see, the narrative being flipped, and now we pointing you so-called white people out as the devils. All you had the answer for all the fucking crimes all you've been doing. And now all you don't like that. Alright, now all you don't like that. Okay? It says, verse 8, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in secret places. He doth murder the innocent. His eyes is privily set against the poor. That is you so-called white people. Or your eyes privily set against the poor. Look up what the meaning of that word privily is. Privily come from the Hebrew tazaf, tazapan, alright, tazapan, to hide, treasure, store up, to hide, treasure up, to lie hidden, to look, to hide, to be hidden, to store up. Hyperbole. There's no anything hyperbole. Yeah, hyperbole. Yeah, select. Alright, upon the poor, his eyes are tripped because he go use the poor to get fucking gain. Alright? He eyes is privily set against the poor. Okay? Set against the poor to make the poor pay for he crimes. Alright? To make the poor pay for he crimes. So you look at the poor as a treasure for he so he could get his cut free. That is how this devil has rolled. Alright? So he could get his cut free and do what he had to do, and he put the poor in the way he's supposed to be as the fucking criminal. Alright? He lied and wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied and wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Alright? So that is how these devils has ruled. You see, the man basically set up two young black males for prison. So them go and innocent black males, so-called Negro males, go and spend the rest of their life in prison or face the death penalty because a devil. And that is something that has happened right through in this society, and people like to turn a blind eye to it. Now the Most High flipping around all these curses and pointing it on you so-called white people now. That is why your sons and your daughters dying daily of an opioid overdose. And that is a beautiful thing in the eyesight of the men of the Lord, because we seeing that it coming back on all here. Great for all here, the devils. Alright? All you're supposed to get. That is what you're supposed to get. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the streets he doth murder the... Alright, I read that already. Going on, right? Verse 11. I read verse 10 again. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And who is these strong ones? These fucking military, the police. So they want to kill them. They want to kill Jake, throw Jake in prison. Do unto Jake as however they please, right? Verse 11. He had said in his heart, the Most High had forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. That's what he's saying in his heart. Because you see, not now time for about 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 years you're doing Jake unjust. 200 years past, you're doing Jake unjust, nothing. 300 years, hey, what the fuck, nothing, I'm there. Who the hell could throw me down now? That's what it's that to say. But the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, the people that you're oppressing, are his people, and he is going to punish you, so-called white people. Okay? And with that, I will say Shalom, and hopefully you've been edified, and all praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakhakwada, Shalom, Kalakiam.